Good morning, church. How's everybody doing? Quite a few people online. I see them up there. So as you see, the title of today is Changing. There was some show movie. I don't even remember which one it was. So y'all can help me out on which one that is. But just coming online, we're going to do hopefully a cool thing today. So as you know, Beach Baptist is always changing. We're in the middle of that change right now, and there's a glare right there. I apologize. I'm in this location to show you some things this morning. Let me show you what's going to happen today. So I'm coming online right now. Skylar and the crew on the beach are launching right now as well. So what we're going to do is I'm going to be here with you for just a few minutes, tell you some stuff, get you going. But I thought this first Sunday in our duel that we could at least show you at Diamond Head. So bear with us. What's going to happen is I'm going to come off of here in a few minutes, and Skylar's going to come live for a preaching service from our good buddy from Cape Coral that was there a couple of weeks ago. I just wanted you to kind of be a part. Sort of this is our soft transition instead of just dropping you off from being online and at the location exactly the same. Starting next week, though. Most likely it'll just be me or Mally or whoever's going on right here online. And then the church meeting locally on the beach will still be at Diamond Head. Right now it's back at Diamond Head next week. We know that for sure. So just go ahead and count on that. If you're there, hopefully you parked across the street. You can use the what's it called? The real estate office. I think it's Century 21 Tri-Power. They said we could park there, plus the parking lot for Diamond Head that's across the street. So park there. They're just asking us if we don't take up a lot of their parking spaces. There's a lot of people in the building at the room. I can't even remember the name of the room. I just made that post. So you want to go back and look at the previous post from this. You can see the room that you're in at Diamond Head. So if you're local and we want you to attend in person. That is very, very important. The purpose of us being online is so that we still have that connection for those of you who are up north. When you're up north, you can't make it to church for whatever reason, and you want to be online, you want to be with Beach Baptist online, then that's what we're having this for. It's just as you'll see, I'm sure the quality is not going to be perfect this morning, but you'll see it's very hard in a remote setting to try to do an online church. It's hard enough to do a local church. So that's sort of what we're doing, and that's the why behind all this. Now, if you'll see behind me, this is a construction zone. That's the other reason I'm not fully prepared today, and I want it to be right, but I don't mind bringing you along to let you see the different stages that we're in. So we're in the middle of building a little spot right here in the corner of this is where we live. Watch this. That's just junk. Don't worry about that. I want to show you something. There's our fifth wheel. Sherry Ann is asleep in the fifth wheel right there because she worked last night. But so we built a little corner. We're building a little corner over here that's going to be Beach Baptist Online Studios. And then if by chance somebody locally to this area wants to come, they can come and join us. If you're visiting, we'll be sure and give you the address. You can always come and join us. So we're just excited. We're apprehensive. It's chaotic. And we just don't know. Can I go ahead and be honest and emotional with you? This sucks. I'm just going to tell you, Tuesday, they're tearing down our trailers. We couldn't get anybody to take them. A couple of sales have fallen through. The town is they would start to fine us on Monday for $250 a day if we don't just get rid of them. Our only choice was, it's still going to cost us over $10,000 to tear them down. The next closest bid we got to just move them and try to sell them somewhere, they wanted over $20,000 to just move them and get them to a place where somebody else could come and buy them. Just couldn't afford it. The 10,000 is a big stretch. So there you go. So that's where we're at with that. And so, that sucks to watch that happen. But we talked about it last Sunday. We're in God's will. We believe that. I believe that. I know it from the bottom of my heart. We're doing exactly what he wants us to do. And so we're doing our best to keep everything together, to be cohesive. You're going to see my face. I told you I'm not going anywhere. We're right here. We're doing it, and we're keeping it up. But for the local church there on Fort Myers Beach, it's got other ministries that you can do physically. I'm going to be coordinating with whoever's preaching that week or taking care of stuff. But those ministries are still going to happen. We thought about trying to do a Halloween, but with having to tear the trailers down, we don't know about power and water and all that sort of stuff right now. So we just couldn't do it this year. We're hoping by next year, every ministry that Beach Baptist had is at least making some sort of presence back on the beach. So as we roll across this new year, we're going to be putting stuff in place And as Fort Myers community comes along, we're going to be working with them and we're going to be doing stuff together. So we're looking forward to that. So I say all that to say, we need your support more than ever. Please, please, please. You all have supported. You all have said, hey, Sean, we want you to stay and pastor. We want you to be, okay, it takes support. We got to have your support. And I mean, I hate this. I mean, financially, you got to get, right now, everything goes through beachbaptist.org. It's always going to do that. Nobody's just, it's above board. It's all straight. Just give to Beach Baptist. And that will go towards online stuff. It will also go to the local stuff. We have to pay people to preach. We have to pay people. We cover Skylar's down there right now. She sings for free. Other than we help her pay for her gas. That's all. Debbie, she's there for free, right? And we try to give her a stipend when we can. So we're spreading out money as thin as it is. We're spreading it out as much as possible. So that's just where we are, and that's what we want to keep doing. So be back here online with me next week, and we're gonna try to do a full service. We hope to have all this built together, have everything kind of sorted and pretty, and it'll look like Beach Baptist. You know what it's supposed to look like, and we'll have it there. But then if you're, like I said, if you're local, go and support Beach Baptist local, and we're gonna do this. We're gonna pull this off. We're gonna be a beacon on the beach. We're gonna be a light to everyone that ever comes on that beach. We're going to be the church that's always doing stuff. It's never just going to go away. Listen, we're going to have an empty lot down there starting Tuesday, except for our food truck, which will always be there giving out food. Y'all show up and help Debbie and volunteer, bring food. Man, they have done amazing work. That thing is, the air conditioner's running, the power's on. Ron, Mike, Lewis, everybody helped move last week. Man, it's a monumental effort, and you all are pulling this stuff off. I don't think people grasp just how big this little church is. People call it a little church. I don't think y'all grasp how much we actually get done as a body. Man, I am impressed by you, and thank you for your support. Thank you for your love, for your prayers. People text and loving and praying, and it's amazing. Be a part. If you haven't texted or emailed and said, hey, I'm out here, don't forget me, send it. We want to know you're there. Put some comments up, either this one or as soon as Skylar comes online. So I want to get off. She's got about 9 minutes. So I'm going to drop off, but just watch. It'll pop back up that Facebook is live, and you'll be transformed. Beach Baptist Online will be transformed from right here in Weeki Wachee in a pole barn to Skylar at the Diamond Head Beach Resort, where you'll hear a preaching service. We just couldn't do the music to stuff today. So that's where we're going to get. Don't forget, we need your support. We need your love. We need you to help. I told everybody last Sunday, if you were there, you all heard, but if you're online, it may have been right at the end. We were cutting off. We need to raise $50,000. That's our goal. We need to get to, a lot of that's going to go to those trailers. A lot of that's getting online set up. We need a little bit more stuff, just some things. And then the ongoing stuff. Expenses are going way down, ongoing, but it's really just going to be people now supporting me, Mally, Skylar, Debbie. If we can get support for all those, and then whoever's done preach. So for a place with no place, we got a lot of people doing stuff, and I just think people ought to be compensated for that and taken care of. So if you can come alongside of us, we don't expect nothing. We really do appreciate it and want you to be a part. So I'm signing off. I'm going to pray for you, and then there may be a little pause. I don't know how long that's her music, but we're right on it. If our time's working right, be watching and support going out there. Now, let me pray. Hey, God, thank you for being right in the middle of all this that Beach Baptist is doing. Thank you for this online project. Thank you for this on-campus project, which is not even on campus, but it's on the beach. Thank you for allowing us to continue to be a beacon. Thank you for Diamond Head, for their management, for their staff, for just opening their doors for free to let us come in there and serve you and minister to those who show up in that room. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I don't even know what that's going to look like, and it's just amazing. God, I thank you for my life. I even thank you for the chaos and for the emotion that clearing that lot's going to be, because I know that in its place, you're building something amazing. And I can't wait to see those first shovel holes being built, and that we can see that building start to go up, and we can get back to a new normal, because everything is always changing. In your name we pray. Amen. All right. I'm signing off. Skylar should be right behind me, but just be patient in case we don't do something right, but we'll get there.